Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome please for Les Gillett. And this world number one has proven time and time again what a formidable opponent he can be. A former world indoor pairs and reigning Scottish International Open champion, it is Nick Brett.
Well, Nicky Brett just enjoys everything to do with bowls. There's no doubt about that. He plays probably more bowls than most people, but he does very much enjoy himself. Very warm handshake between the two players, known each other a very long time. And it's always very interesting when we get Les Gillett out on the rink. You're not really quite sure what you're going to get sometimes, but he's fought very, very hard to get into the top 16, and he will fight very hard to stay there. And on his day, he can match almost anyone.
Yeah, Les has done a fantastic job after dropping out a few years ago at the 16 to fight his way back in. It's no mean feat. He's enjoying his bowls at the moment. That's when Les is really dangerous.
Well, that's it. You know, 4 or 5 years ago, he was right down to 25, and he's come back in again. And they had to go to a lot of qualifiers to do that. And a number of top 16 players have told me that once they drop out, that's it. They're not going to bother with the qualifiers, and because it is very difficult and it's very tiring. 4 or 5 games in a day quite often, and it's not easy.
One red. Nick's bowl is 5 inches short.
One of the very few left-handers that's around the circuit. Both these players are quite quick. Nicky in particular is a very fast player. He has a tendency just to get on with the game. He makes up his mind what shot to play. Shot clock barely has time to reset.
Yeah, so Nick certainly doesn't hang about. Nice to get in a flow and just keep going. So the last couple of years he's just been, his form on this carpet's been second to none really. But this has been the only venue he's really struggled at.
One red.
And some people have venues that they really enjoy, and if you're lucky and a venue suits you and you enjoy it, then you're going to be very successful there. A struggle on this one. Yep, not there. It was always Studio One in Manchester for me, Granada or the Guildhall in Preston. Really enjoyed those venues. But people like Greg Harder love playing in Sheffield. A number of finals there, a number of successes. David Gurley was the same.
And obviously Alex here.
Well, that's a given. That's a given, so he just loves playing here.
One shot, Les Gillett.
Set of Paul Foster as well. So just a single to get us off and running. 2 9-end sets. they're just making their way back after their evening meal. Always a little bit of a disturbance for the players.
Jack length 28 metres.
7:30 slots, good in terms of practice because you're able to get half an hour before, or at least half an hour. That's what's allocated quite often at this stage in the event. There's not that many people wanting on to practice. There's the other aspect is that quite often it gets just a bit chillier as well.
Yeah, generally in the evenings the green does start to slow down a little bit. In cooler conditions.
Oh, just a little bit of movement there in the crowd. Doesn't normally put Nick off, but he's very quick to reset.
One green.
Nicky Brett now 41. Lots and lots of experience behind him. So he plays in a lot of events and very successful international bowler.
Two green.
He's now 45. He won his first event nearly 20 years ago. He was out of the international scene for a while, but is back in favour with the selectors, Rob, last few years.
Yeah, definitely, and rightly so, to be honest. I mean, Les is playing some great bowls, and his whole attitude to the game and everything's changed. He's enjoying life, enjoying bowls, and he's a really nice guy to be around on the tour these days. I mean,
I find him very funny. I think he has a sense of humour, is hilarious at times. He's very quick and good value around the tour.
yeah, he's certainly one of the characters on the tour these days.
Needs to run, needs to hurry. Wow. I think he was coming in the hard way there, to be honest with you. I thought he might have been tempted down the other side, bowl on the bowl. Maybe a little bit frightened of that forehand in this direction for him being a left-hander. It just seems to hold off. There's a decent opportunity this for the third. He's going to be close with this. Just wants to roll off the bowls. That's it. Perfect.
3 shots, Nick Brett.
The set score is 1-3 after 2 ends.
Still a bit of movement there. Just Nick just waiting to let them get settled to
Jack
get their
length
favourite seat.
27.5 metres.
Yeah, so Nick's got that little bit of added pressure this year as well, coming into the tournament. Obviously, the new world #1. So it does add, obviously, a little bit more pressure to the whole situation, because you are expected to perform and have a really good run here. But knowing Nick, I don't think that'll bother him too much.
Yeah, he's one of those players that'll just be water off a duck's back for Nick. Don't worry about that. He'll just play his own game.
Your bowl is a foot short of jack eye. Yeah, 1 red.
Nick let that one go, and it was almost as if he thought it was too heavy, and that's exactly what it is. But he wasn't that far away. It's 2 feet over. Could be in.
2 red.
There's holes and gaps here.
Yeah, just a slight adjustment for Nick here. So this time night the green does start to change pace-wise.
So we think there's probably 2 shots in it. It's now 1 to green.
1 green.
Should probably be reasonably firm from Les, I'd have thought. Just look to get rid of the bolt.
Gets it solid, stays in for 3. We see just on the edge.
Flicking, anything could happen.
Yes, he got the wrong red one. He
shot,
wanted
Nick
the one
Brett.
after that. But 1 to green.
Set score is 1-4 after 3 ends. Jack length 27.5 meters.
It was a bit of an escape for Nick Brett the last end, but still got a lovely delivery. Gets the ball away very smooth.
One red.
Oh, this is good. This is really good.
So Nick's first attacking bowl of the night.
2 red.
I'll be into this.
Yeah, straight down the forehand, decent pace. He's pretty good.
Yes, one was going to be taken out there. It's just a matter of getting the angle for the two.
It's those runners I think has been key to Nick's success over the last 2 or 3 years. He's gone a lot firmer and earlier. He's getting so many hits and results these days if he's in trouble.
One red.
Well, that's not going to help the running ball. He might have to go back to the draw here.
Well, he's got the deepest. He might still play the runner now, Nick, but off the other hand.
Red's ball.
The red ball
Short
has
one's
just
drawn
dropped.
back. No
And
change.
that makes a difference on the angles.
No.
He's trotted back. He might have to use a timeout here. He's so fast on the mat. Yeah, down to 2 seconds. Thought he'd go back to the draw. He just doesn't want to take a chance on getting the red ball of Les into the head. Giving this a good go.
One red.
Good effort. Well, it's not going to be easy to add another shot.
One shot. Les Gillett.
Les will be quite happy with that. 4-2 after 4 ends.
Set score is 2-4 after 4 ends. Jack length 28 meters.
One green. The gap is 7 inches. Your gap is 12 inches.
Les's ability to draw good balls is legendary. Just a matter of what sort of mood and form you're going to get him in, that's all. You're just never sure, are you, Robert? There's some days that Les turns up a bit like when you played him in Scotland. You know, the first set wasn't really there.
No, I mean that can be Les. He's a bit like a light switch, really. It can just be one thing happens and he can go from just scratching about, not quite sure what's going on, to then just putting every single ball around the jack for a pastime. And say, to be fair, as soon as he starts doing that, he's one of the best players
One green
I've
and a
probably
measure.
ever seen do it.
Yeah, he's very, very good when he starts. You know, I think that first set was something like 13-0. You beat him in the first set, but he came strong right from the start in the second.
Yeah, played a massive first bowl on the second end, back touch to drop the jack forward for a 3 and never looked back, unfortunately.
Yes, of course. Never good to remind a player when you lose in a tie break, but it was an interesting game. Need to get this one in, Nick. You want to be past your own ball to the 2 reds, because I think Les will go for these. Well, now that. We might be tempted here.
2 green.
Still the draw on, though.
His front bowl must look awkward from the mat, so I think he'll just stick with the draw.
Well, it's a left-hander, and I tell you what, he's going to be very close to going under with this.
Yeah, he's just not got through it, I don't think, either.
Well, it's going to be a costly end, and Nick scores a 4 here. With 4 ends to go, he'll be 6 up. Well, the crowd sorted themselves out now, and they're really packing themselves in for this match. Nick Brett always attracts a good crowd. They know they're going to see good bowling, but there's always going to be a tasty one with Les involved. Yeah, Nick making sure he's on a high line. Well, there's 2 out there looking at the 3rd. That's interesting. No, just 2.
2 shots, Nick Brett.
That's surprising. I thought there was 3 in that.
Yeah, Nick will be disappointed with that. Certainly his last bowl.
Set score is 2-6 after 5 ends.
Almost 18 inches, probably to draw another there.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Officials on rotation, of course, during these events, and we have Dan Blewett on the rink at the moment marking the match. Sandra McLeish is the umpire, and on this occasion it's Alan Thornhill looking after the shot clock. Mike Davies taking his turn for a break. It's been a busy day. It's another aspect that's been brought in with the shot clock. It needs an additional official, and they have to be right on it. They can't afford to miss any bowls. Time for Les to step up a gear, Rob. He's just getting, he's letting Nick get away a little bit with the first 2 balls in particular.
Yeah, he's certainly getting beaten first 2 at the moment. There's a lot of short balls being put down there from both players at the moment. Just needs a decent crunch on the jack.
Yeah,
he's got a good one.
Yep, that's good. Well done. Staying up as well.
1 red.
Yes, you're right, and the temperature will change a little bit. Last week I played an evening match and I thought it was actually downright chilly at one stage. Cold air coming down at one end.
I think they got the air conditioning because the crowd right up the top there in the rafters. It does get quite warm up there, so I think the air conditioning picks up throughout the day and actually does affect the green. It actually slows it down from the morning sessions to the evening. There's probably a good 2.5 yard difference in pace, I think.
Doesn't look happy. Let's see why he didn't push it. Well, choices here, Nick. Play the ball onto the jack, or play your forehand, turn the jack around the corner.
One shot, Les Gillis.
It wasn't an easy one. He was quite happy just to play a practice ball.
Set score is 3-6 after 6 ends.
Still, Les has done exactly what he needed to do. That is score that end. 3 ends to go. He'd be very happy with 3 singles.
He's probably got to win all 3, to be honest, to give himself a chance in the set.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
It's a better opener for Les here.
A little bit unfortunate to bring the Jack across.
Really be tempted.
He should be.
There we go.
No, he's bang on
Inside of the
target.
red is very good. Perfect.
Nice to run through as well. He's going to line the shot. That was a good result. Bang on target.
1 green.
Played with good controlled weight.
That's the hardest thing about playing Nicky these days. As soon as you put a couple on top like that, he's just attacking into it, and 9 times out of 10 he is hitting. He just doesn't let any head build up against him.
Oh, there's another one.
1 red.
Needs to stop. Let's drop back.
1 green.
1 green. That was very quick. So it'll be closer than what we think. Les' forehand, so he needs to go out wide. He's a bit narrow the last time. Oh, he's caught in his own ball. I don't think he had the weight anyway.
So a free opportunity for Nick here. It's almost a set winning bowl, to be honest.
Plenty of time. Nick only needs about 2 seconds on the mat. And as you say, Rob, drop this one in. He's 8-3 ahead with 2 ends to go. Close with the first one.
No, he's good.
And even closer with the second. Another drop on the Jack though. Leave it alone. Oh, I think he's okay.
2 shots, Nick Brett.
Set score is
Just been a bit more
3-8
consistent
after
in this
7
first
ends.
set, like Brett. Les would probably have to score, well, to win the set, you'd have to score 3 to have any sort of a chance, but probably a 2. Give him a
Jack
bit of a
length
shout.
28
Turns a
metres.
draw in the set, but it's not easy.
Yeah, 2's helpful, but I think he'll certainly be looking for a treble this end. He's got last bowl, so it can be sometimes easier. You can make the shot with your last.
One red.
This looks under. Yeah. It's not like Les. He's normally a very good line bowler.
I think it's the same out there as it's been playing a little bit different this year. I think if you drop on your line straight away, you're fine. But if you're just scratching about, the line's not easy just to pick up.
Just over, yeah.
1 red.
Foot less weight, would have dropped in on it. Another chance for Les to get close.
It's done the same, hasn't it?
Yep, that's good.
2 red.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure on Nicky this one.
He certainly doesn't want to lose a 3 here. Just bring Les a little bit too close.
Pushing it up.
Different line this time. Just he's wanting to get to the ball, rest off it. Yeah. Well done. There's a lot of damage to that last ball, Nick Brett.
1 green.
Well, that's worked out okay.
Got a double out of that.
Definite 1. I'm sure he was sure where it was going to go, but he gave it a chance. There's 1 out. And Nick's got good eyesight. He's usually pretty good.
Umpire.
Well, it's so far away.
1 red, measure for
To
second.
measure it. You just never know with some of those shots. You know, when you're coming in at that sort of angle in the short bowls, anything can happen. And it worked out for Les Gillett on this occasion.
Touching.
So, measures going on, and we'll see what's pushed out.
Okay. Touching. One shot, there's Gillett.
I thought it was just the 1 and not a lot of damage done.
No, Nick will be happy with that, really. 4-shot lead going to the last end of the first set.
He would have taken that at the start of the set against Les. So you're not quite sure sometimes what you're going to get with Les. He's
Jack
such a
length,
good
28.5
competitor,
metres.
but when he really starts to get on song, he's a hard man to put down. Well, Nick Brett, as expected, when you've got 4 and 8 shots, he's doubling the average of his opponent. But the ends 1 are the interesting things there, because Nick Brett's restricting Les Gillett to singles, picking up doubles and 1 multiple of 3. It's always useful for the pattern of the game. When those things are showing up. This is good.
2 green.
And gone.
It's the set over.
1 shot in the first set, Nick Brett.
Les can't make the 4, so that's the end of that. 9 shots to 4. Nicky Brett. And he's been good value for that, I think, Rob. I think it's a fair assessment of that first set.
Yeah, definitely. Nick was first to the jack pretty much every end against Les there. Deserved a comfortable set win, to be honest. Zay will be looking to push on again now at the start of the second. Les was starting to get into a little bit of rhythm the last couple of ends with his drawing bowls. His first couple were getting a bit closer. And that's what he needs to do. As we know what Les is like, if he starts to find them, he can be very dangerous.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
One green. One green.
Just wonder if Les might be half tempted here, just to push down at it.
Well, splitting the ball on jack's good. The trouble with this side is that once you go out with that extra yard of weight, very hard to make it back. Yep, Les Bowles just holding off. Lovely weight for the trail.
One green.
Certainly worth just making sure you're up. Even if you're diving under, you've got a couple of bowls to come back in off. Turn the jack or the green bowl away.
More aggressive this time. When he's in the area.
Just needs to hold a touch. Edge of the green.
Yep, he's an edge. Got it. Well, it's just how much room he's leaving for the shot. But the jack will be in the ditch. Probably lying 4 shots, but Nick has to be just a little bit careful not to be too anxious to get the shot and drop into the ditch.
Shot bowl's almost a bonus here.
Yeah, play for second. If you roll on an extra foot or so, all the better. Well, that's a confident draw from Nick Brett. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that
close. 15 inch away.
One shot, Nick Brett.
Just shows how confident he is out there at the moment.
Jack length 27 metres.
close. Favour the red. One green.
Well, that's a problem for Les now. 2 short balls, and he could just draw away in the backhand. When he gets back to the jack and touches it, he'll make a 3. Quite happy to try and hide this ball in round. He has. Oh, that's good stuff. Les might be tempted to run through this now, Rob,
2 green.
He's got the last ball.
Yeah, definitely. Both his bowls coming into the head. There we go.
Looks wide. Oh, wow. We've got a big result out of the side ball. Well, he certainly wasn't aiming for that ball. He was aiming for the pack.
He's only got maximum result there, so it's going to be a 1 up, 1 down end here.
Two green.
It's 2 green, but even the shot ball's very beatable. Nick would have been expecting to get within a foot of the jack.
Yeah, certainly fancy Les drawing this, to be honest. Well, he's not on a wide line.
He's getting caught.
Clean run, he's always good.
He just had to miss it.
One shot, let's get it.
He was a bit too close to it, as far as he was concerned.
Set score is 1-all.
First couple of
after 2
ends, and both players will be quite happy with that, Rob, because after a first set, you know, things can, especially the player who wins a set, can go down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Les is the one who's got the key to this set, really. He just wants to keep it tight,
Jack
and
length
be in
8.5 metres.
He'll take all square going into the last end, I think, now, but he's just got to try and push on and string some ends together, which he couldn't manage in the first set. Just trying to find those first and second bowls a little bit better. Start getting Nicky to attack a bit more, play his running bowls.
Gap is 1.5 inches.
Really start getting in
Your
to
ball,
win this
gap's a foot.
battle of the first 2 balls, because I'm just letting Nick away with too much.
One green.
Just drop round his own, he's very good.
2 green.
Well, he certainly looks on a good line. It's going to have to hurry to get to the jack. I was going to say it might be enough, but I don't think it is.
1 green.
Not the easiest of shots for Les now. I think he's got to be looking at the bowls, possibly even down the other.
Well, if he comes down on his 4 and he can get into the green bowl, stun off them and go onto the jack. Has to use the bowls to take all the weight off. Certainly worth arriving at it. Oh, a little timing shot, trying to drop inside his own bowl. It'll hold off for most of it. Yep, there it goes. Took a long time before it showed any interest in coming back. It's always going to be difficult to get any more than 1 out of this one. So Nick Brett will take a single.
1 shot, Nick Brett.
No. Mats is just almost taking
Set
on
score
a
is 1-2
pattern at
after
the
3
moment
ends.
of, you know, draw, 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 and the occasional hit shot.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Nick Brett, world number 1, looking good. First set, 9 shots to 4, really dominating Laz Skillett. Now he's 2-1 in front. He's playing well, especially with the first 2 balls, but not making any mistakes in this match. Laz just needs to up his game a bit.
So that's been the difference in the story of the game, really, between Les and Nick. Is just the first couple of bowls. Les hasn't been too far away, but Nick is generally beating inside comfortably. This just hasn't quite got the answers at the moment.
Yeah, 16 inches. One green.
It's a good ball, but again, it's on the short side and just not making the difference with the first 2 deliveries. Les is going to make life very difficult for himself. Now, can you split the 2 reds? Well, that's pretty good. Around the back, won't do any harm because that's what Les has to try and play. Needs to lengthen that jack back a foot or so. When you go searching for the inside line, that will whip across. Yep, there it goes. Although, to be fair, I think that line would have held if you'd have had 4 or 5 feet.
It's just whether it had actually got back. I think, to be honest, he'd have almost been better just trying to rip the bowl out. 2 seconds. Get the edge of the green.
Oh, he'll go now. Surely he'll go for the 2.
Edge of the last gets both away.
Well, there's no reason why he shouldn't go for this, Rob. You know,
One green.
the ideal result for him would be get onto that bowl, then come across and get the angle on it so it doesn't take out the back one. That would leave him lying a couple.
Timeout call. Les has 4 timeouts remaining.
He's just wondering what pace he'll play. He should go reasonably quick. Good ditch pace.
Definitely.
But will he try and time it in and get the edge of the green into the shot and then try and lock in and stay for 3?
I wouldn't worry about his own bowl. No, he's in the area. Not the gap, surely. Ooh. Yeah.
One shot, Nick Brett.
Just the one, but that gap is probably 6.5, 7 inches
Set
wide,
score
and he
is
cleared it
1-3 after
absolutely
4
clean.
ends.
When you're that close, you think you deserve something.
Yeah, I mean, it was a perfect bowl from Les. I mean, he was fractions away from making a 2 or a 3. He's just putting a lot of pressure on his 3rd and 4th bowls at the moment.
Jack length 28 metres.
The world #1, looking well set in the second phase of the game. 3-1 up. Successful first phase, 9-4. Always good to get the first set in your back pocket. But he is looking in control of this match. Once again, that's just missing with the first one. It's giving Nick Brett an opportunity to build on the head. And when we talk about the head of bowls, of course, it's usually around about the first sort of foot, 15, 18 inches around the jack. After that, it's about position. This is better. Well done, guys.
One red.
Red balls looks like it's going to fall back at some stage. Secure enough at the moment.
Well, Les certainly needs another one in here.
There it goes. The red ball just dropped.
Easy to it.
Gentle, gentle. Well, it's a better first shot.
One red and a measure, favoured 2.
Oh, Nick Brett will be looking for a close second here. Gentle, gentle. That should
One
be
red.
enough for second.
Good chance for Les here. He should be making a double here. Plays a perfect bowl, drops the green down. Might even make a treble. And these are the bowls he needs to make the count, really.
Gentle on that, doesn't want to spring the jack. Well, that's okay. He's made the double. That's good.
2 shots, Les Gillett.
Good weight. Les really needs to start
Set
doing that
score
with his
is
first
3-3
2.
after 5 ends.
Sets is a strange old format. It's been around for a very long time in different ways. When it used to be 7 shots, first to 7, and then 7 ends and 9 ends. All sorts of different combinations. At one stage, we used to play the
Target
best
length,
of
27.5
9 sets.
meters.
So the 15th seed, Les Gillett, trying to put the pressure on the world number 1. Needs to start getting those first 2 balls close. As the second set, he must win. Two sets of 9 ends. Bit of a sprint, really, from the days of 9 sets. I'll tell you what, Rob, that used to sort things out in 9 sets, I can tell you.
I bet you got some marathons in those days.
Absolutely, you had to be fit in those days, there's no choice. And the thing was that you could actually, it was possible to have 13 ends in 1 set. We're all scoring singles.
And obviously back then it would have been dead ends as well.
Dead ends too, and played in one UK final where we started early part of the afternoon. We had a couple of breaks in between, which you really had to have. Finished at 11 o'clock that night. Television crews just loved those days.
It's very close. Favour the green at the back.
We used to have about 3 different directors with us. Take shifts.
Was that because of the sets play or because some of the players just bored them?
I think it was just went on forever.
I say the new format is so much better for TV and the audiences and that.
Yes, indeed, and of course the coloured bowls, which we didn't use then, and various other things were in. It's all been improved in many ways, but the one thing it has taken away is the fitness aspect to a great extent. Nick, getting into this, wants to get the front plan. Oh yes, perfect result. Got exactly what he was looking for, and I think that jack might well have stayed on the rink. And if it has, that's not easy. Les will smile there, but you know, Nick just about got down in time to get the result. Les is probably thinking, oh, come on.
I think it's just the one. Yeah.
Yeah, front green ball. I think Les is back red wants a second shot, but it's a long way away. Plenty of time out, so he might as well take his time.
That's a bonus for Les. It is only the one, to be honest. If it was 2 or 3, wherever he put this bowl,
I'm out called.
Nick would have a chance to rip it out.
Les has 3 timeouts remaining.
Well, he's coming across it. The narrow side just cannot be played. It's all a matter of just staying on the rink here.
Great effort.
Oh, that's
a great bowl.
That's really good. That's going to be very hard to beat. And the only thing for Nick is if he goes out and runs at this, he has to get very close to his own ball. But the advantage he has is if he's able to get onto the jack, the respot position is good for him.
That's what I was thinking. If he gets bowled jack, I don't think he Well, he is playing it. If he gets bowl and jack, he's looking at a 3 potentially.
He needs a jack with this. He's not getting the ball. Oh yes, that'll do. Now his own ball is off the rink, but the jack will go back on the respot. That was a double option. Good percentage shot. There's the respot now. Will he get the number 1 from that? Oh, he might even make 2. Les will have a look at it.
2 shots, Nick Brett.
Les scratching his head and we thought Nick got a very fortunate result with his 3rd ball. It was a good result, but he knew that front plant was on. Rob, you know, he just had to make a connection on the front balls.
That's perfect runner. I mean, 1 bowl target. Les was in good position there. And so in the end, Nick's played 2 great runners and ended up picking a couple up himself. And back in the driving seat really in this 2nd set.
Jack Vance, 28 metres.
3 ends to go in the 2nd set. Nick Brett, 2 shots up, 5-3. Having won the 1st set, 9-4. Les Gillett has to win the set. So 3 singles would be good enough for him to force the tie break. But he really needs to score this end. He's got 3 daughters, so I'm sure he takes them to the football, but it's where he comes from. A good place to be at the moment.
Oh, certainly is.
Les comes from Leicester, and they're doing extremely
1
well.
red.
What we like
No,
to
you're
win the
5
cup.
inches
It's
short.
the league they're really after.
Nick's last ball, the gap is 9 inches.
This 2nd set's a lot different from the 1st one in many ways. Nick Brett controlled the 1st set. The 2nd set, there's been a lot more good balls from Les, and not only that, but he's put Nick under pressure to play the running ball more.
Yeah, Les is just starting to pick up a little bit here. So, I mean, he's still just behind at the moment, but he's starting to find his first couple and putting Nick under a little bit more pressure. If he can find a good one here.
Oh, he's got a chance with this.
Just needs to lock on the green.
Good ball. Really good ball, and that's a very narrow target
2 red.
for Nick Brett. It's going to be hard enough to draw this. Not much of a strike on. I think he's got much more than a draw here. Yep, going for the draw.
He's on the road. It's just whether he runs up a touch.
He's just under. It was a good effort. Weight wasn't bad, but this is a very good end for Les. He really couldn't afford to lose the shot this end, and now he's in with a chance of a treble. Be his first treble of the match.
If he makes this count, scores the next end, he'll be going into the last end with a decent lead. So it's a huge bowl in the context of the game, this one for Les.
Needs to hurry. Oh, Les missed a chance. It was a back green ball.
2 shots, Les Gillett.
That was the target. Fully expected him to get that one.
Yeah, it was a
Set
big
score
chance for
is
Les there.
5-5 after 7 ends. Jack length 28 metres.
Les Gillett leveled the scores now in the second set with 2 ends to go at 5-all. Set he must win to force the tie-break. Left-hander from Leicester. Really has upped his game the second part of this match. World number 1, Nick Brett. Well, he'll want to score a single here at the very least and force Les to have to get a double in the last end. The draw's not good enough for Les. Well, that's handy.
One green.
Chance. Good enough just to keep
2
the
green.
balls in, but that's a good shoulder for Les to lean on and drop back on the jack. He'd like to do it with this one, Rob. He doesn't want to leave it to his last.
Definitely not. He's got to pull one out now, really. Is he holding? He's just on that inside line again.
Comes off his own ball, he's got a chance. Just dropped out. Could be 2 in this by the looks of it. And that's definitely 1 too many for Les. And Nick's deciding to go on the other side to cover things, and just wise, because Les can afford to attack these 2 balls.
I think he's got to be honest.
Well, we can go as strong as he wishes into these. The delicate shot would be just to draw to the jack and move it across, Rob, but I think he's better going straighter at those 2 balls.
Straight into the split.
Gets him absolutely right. That disappears. And that one disappears.
I mean,
Yes,
he's
that's
almost
2-time
game down
match.
as it is, so if he gets the jack, he's probably still going to be in the same situation. He needs to rip the 2 balls out, down the backhand, straight into the split.
Yeah. No, he's more than good enough to play this shot.
Taking his time, knows it's such a big bowl for him here. Just to keep him in the match, really.
He's going strong. He's in the area.
He's got the jack, I think.
Oh, no, what's the result? Well, the ball's in the ditch. It'll go onto the respot. I think he'll probably lie. There's the ball being marked as a toucher, and then Dan will go out and check the respot position, even though the jack's been put on by Nick.
1 green.
Oh, well, there we go. We couldn't tell from the angle of our camera, but it is 1 to green.
So the same scenario. It'll be a double for Nick.
Oh, I'd expect him to make this. That was unlucky in many ways from Les. It could have bounced about like a pinball and ended up in a better position. He was pretty much on target. This needs to stop. Going a bit quick. I think he might have missed this. Oh wow, that I did not expect.
Don't think any of us did really.
Oh, that could be very costly.
But
Well,
on
the
green,
difference
measured
of needing
second.
2 and 3 in the last end. Well, obviously it's just one shot from a numerical point of view, but from a psychological point of view, it's massive.
Oh, definitely. I mean, threes and fours don't come often, but two is certainly gettable, especially with the last bowl to be played as well from Les.
It's
On the last
close,
end.
really close. Oh, it looks in. I think it might just be in. We'll go back and check. A little box measure. Love that device. Well, Les is just kicking it away, he knows.
2 shots, Nick Bretts.
There it is. He'll be thinking, oh, it hasn't really been my night. Any little things here and there, Rob, just have been going slightly against him.
Yeah, but as you say, sometimes you make your own luck the way you play. Nick has had more bowls in the head, generally, so you just get the little touches occasionally for you as well.
He's been on target and a number of times and come out very well, but I think generally when it comes to things like this, the better player has a tendency to get the little edges.
Attack length 28 metres.
It's not always the case, but it's a big difference to Les looking for a 3 now. Good start. Really good start. Les has to make sure that everything really is within either a foot or just behind.
It's a tendency now just to make sure you're up and just run through. It's a good effort from Les here.
Yeah, that's good. It's very tidy in there. This match will complete our quarter-final lineup for tomorrow. We see Alex Marshall taking on Stuart Anderson, Jamie Chesney
1 green.
take on Robert Paxton, Matthew Orey, the qualifier, up against David Gurley, and Greg Harlow will take on the winner of this match. And Nick will not think he's over the line until the last ball's played.
Certainly with that loose bowl there from Nicky, it's less half a chance, but it's made it awkward with his second bowl just dropping in front.
Again, it's nothing easy about this, but there has to be a shot on there, Robert. Oh, if he gets onto the jack and wants to extend it through, it's great. No, that's fine. That's a delicate shot. But there's the other shot available, and that is the front bowl into it. And
Les has 1 time.
the problem for Les is that those 2 shots need different weights.
Yeah, and they're both hard, both really hard in there.
One's quite a delicate shot, the other one's more of an offensive shot. It needs to come in with pace on it.
I'd almost be looking down Les's ball, chipping the bowl past the white, lifting his own bowl into it.
He'll do well to get back for that. He's in the area.
Oh, it's a great offer here from Les.
No, is he going to get...
Misses his front, he's perfect.
Yeah, that's the only danger I thought about that shot. The green ball coming under the red is always going to stop it from going out clean. It was a good ball,
One
but
red.
if you just look, he had to get it absolutely plumb. He couldn't get it high side because the jack was moving. And to get it plumb, it had to hit the back bowl. Still, he's opened up a chance if Nick doesn't get in.
Timeout called.
Definitely. That was certainly the hardest shot you can play on here. Just that yard or so of weight into it. Certainly a crucial bowl for Nicky here. He's calling the ball back.
Oh, he's giving this a go. Oh, is he ever? Oh, that's an absolute beauty. Doesn't matter, he's falling back in the shot if it's one. That has absolutely no problems at all. No, there is one shot available here for Les. This could be a very interesting one, but I think he has to play for it. And it is Robert to get onto this bowl. That will hit the other red ball. If he hits it on the high side, it keeps it right. But the jack will go off the rink. It's fully expected jack to go there. But that red ball that he hits in the middle, just in front of the jack, will get onto the green one, push that through, and the jack will go on to the respot position, which is here.
That's the only shot. Say down Les's 4, looking for the plant. And it all depends what happens with the 2 red balls coming through. That's the key.
Yeah, no other shot available. That's his only hope.
And he's drawing the backhand.
Well, I can see what he's trying to do here. He's trying to come around it or come inside and onto the green ball and fall back on the jack.
Just up.
I thought he would have taken a chance on that one.
Yeah.
One shot, let's get it. Second set of the match. Nick Brett.
Nicky obviously getting over the line 2-0 and fully deserved.
Absolutely, and the crowd showing acknowledgement of the match, and for the world number 1 getting through against Les Gillett, world number 15. Good effort by Les in the second set. Nicky controlled the match for most of it. They still had to play a good ball in the last end. Certain amount of pressure there. You'll be very happy to get through this match. 9-4, 6-7.
Well, like I said, that does conclude. Please be careful leaving the international arena. Mind you don't take a tumble down the stairs. And
Well, it's not to show that the ends 1.